So today we're going to do a little boy design, a dragon mask. This is one of my popular designs because at the festivals a lot of the boys don't like having makeup on their faces and that type of thing. Okay, what I start off with first of all is I grab my makeup palette from Cameleon, this tiny little palette. You can see how small it is. If I take a normal color block and put it next to it, you can actually see how small it is. And in this makeup palette, she's got two different makeup palettes with different colors. This is the bright one, the O1. And my O2 I use the most, and it looks a little bit grubby, but it's just the pigment is extremely strong and goes into the actual paper. And in this case I'm going to be using the yellow in this palette, and I ask them to close their eyes, and I put my yellow on the actual eye. I see with doing it on paper, it tends to have a little bit too much on my brush. Just had to blow that way. Obviously, you do not do that when you've got the child. You do not go and blow. Then I pick a little bit of the very dark green. And I just bring it in to give him a bit of a smoky eye. And I notice that with children, using the actual palettes, the makeup palettes, they're not as scared because it doesn't feel wet on the eye. It actually feels very nice. It's soft, and you're stroking their eye, and they actually enjoy that. So I have less problems with children flinching because you coming with a wet brush or sponge to their eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to be using from the Karen Ewan palette, the Wow Factor. Let's see, which color shall we use to make our little dragon mask? I think I'll just go for the standard, which most of the boys choose, is the greeny blue monster type of look. And I'm just going to pick that up. Beautiful palette, this. Can do so many things. Go on a job, I just take my two palettes and black and white, and off I go. Okay, so I'm going to start in the center, and with my lighter edge inside, my darker edge on top, and I'm going to come up and make a U and bring it down again. And now we're going to go from there and bring up and around and bring up on the eyebrow, just above the eyebrow, and around. And then turn your brush around and then bring it down and around. So I just bring it next to the eye and bring it around, just to give that masked look. And with the back end, I just color in this section. And then coming around the actual eye bit, bringing it around. I squiggle a bit, and then from the actual mask nose bit, I bring it around just under the eye and squiggle up and down, up and down. I do ask them to keep their eyes closed. As you can see, I haven't gone all the way to the edge of the actual eye, keeping it a little bit away from the eye. And then the same thing coming from this side, I bring it down and then just scoop in a little bit, bring it down. And once again, the same thing, I come around and I bring it up and scoop down, bring it up, oops, and scoop down and go back to the nose area. Not coming too close to the eye. I've got a distance from the actual eye. And if I want, I can just take my color, my yellow, ask them to close their eyes, and then just color in if you really feel that's necessary. Color in just under the eye while the eye is closed with your yellow and your green, just so that it blends in with the actual design. Doesn't blend as nicely on paper, but that doesn't matter. So I've got that as far as that. Then what I do is I pick up, you've got this little blender brush from Cameleon, and then I actually I'm actually going to load just that darker green bit on the actual brush. So I'm holding the brush down and loading it sideways like that. Yeah. And then I actually come here and just do a couple. And on there, I do a couple of these. And on this side, just to give it a bit of texture. Bit of movement and texture. Okay, when we've done that, I pick up my number 6 round, load it with white. Roll it so it rolls into a point. And then I come and take my point, make my point, and push it down. And then from here, I just fill this in. Yeah, so I take my point, bring it around, and push down. And then from there, I just fill in. So from this side, I take my point and I bring it up and round and push down. And then I just take that side and fill it in. I could actually push down a bit more on this side. So bring it around and push down. And then from that side, we just fill in. There we go. Now we're going to put some horns on top. Often I find with little boys that you don't actually have a lot of space by the fringe. So I tend to do a lot of the teeth at the bottom and on the side of the face. So here we're just going to put a small one. Just bring it and push it down. Bring it round. It's a bit difficult to do it in here, but anyway. And get the gist of it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in a horn over here. I'm going to bring it from there, point, bring it around and push down. And from there, bring it, make sure that it's the same. From there, bring it round and push down. The point wasn't very nice there. And then just fill in. Sorry, messing around with my point, not necessary. Not happy with this one. I'm gonna go back. Okay, and then we can always just give a couple of smaller ones on top. Should you want to. Okay, load my liner. And now I'm going to load it with a mixture of dark green, olive green, and black. Using my fine liner with olive green and black. Coming down, bringing it around. Just give him a meaner face. And then with the teeth, I just give the inner edge a little line, and you can, if you want, just give a couple of lines on that. This one side, we outline. Around. And from the corner of the eye, we're just going to give a couple of loading. quick and easy mask. That's it. There we go. It's a quick and easy mask. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Ciao.